Hello, hello, hello. What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl Shasta on Shasta Speaks. All right, we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. Karen ass is messy, ain't it? Now, see, Karen got me out here feeling crazy because last week I was talking about how Karen was in charge of the girls. And I still kind of feel like Karen is in charge of the girls. But Karen, god damn, I'm with you when you right, Karen. I'm with you when you right, Karen. But when you wrong, I gotta call you out on that shit, boo. I got to call you out on that. So this is you know what I'm saying? This is the call out. I just gotta tap your hand a little bit, Karen, cause you a little wrong right here. And after this, no hard feelings. But I gotta tap your hand a little bit. Y'all, as always, everything I say on this channel is for entertainment purposes only. It's alleged. It's in my opinion. I don't need nobody coming for me. Okay, so let's get into it. All right. So this is episode 2, season 9, and we pick up where we left off last week. Mia's in the bathroom crying. Ain't no tears coming down. Ain't no tears coming down, y'all. She's just hollering. You know how children be hollering? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when they get in trouble, you don't even beat them, pop them or nothing. They just be hollering. And, as soon as you pull out a piece of candy or something, they start laughing and playing and this and that. That's Mia. Because I ain't seen not now till... I promise I didn't. If somebody seen it till, send it to me. I ain't see it. I didn't see it. But if y'all seen some, send it to me. I'll come and I'll correct myself. But I ain't seen not one damn tear, not no snot, not no nothing. Not no nothing. Just a whole bunch of damn hollering and carrying on. While she in there hollering and carrying on in there with and the girls in there checking on her. Giselle, Wendy, and all them still at the table. Giselle basically gives Wendy a bucket hat because their relationship up to now has been kind of in the bucket. Let her tell it. And so they trying to make some type of amends. So Giselle invites Wendy to lunch. Okay. Giselle gives herself the queen hat. Next, Giselle, girl, how you gonna be the queen at somebody else hat tattoo birthday party? Y'all, these women can't help but to shade each other. I promise. They are the craziest, nice, nasty duo that I've ever seen on reality TV, because it's like they just love to hate each other. They so nice, nasty with each other. So anyway, so Mia comes back out the bathroom and they apologize to her and basically just tell her they're not saying that she's a bad mother. They're basically saying that, what they had said previously, and not necessarily to her, was that it was the fact that all this stuff came out and there was overlap with G and Ink. I mean, shit, it was wrong. Mia can do all that fake ass crying or whatever she was doing, but there was it was a little bit wrong, especially if you were taking your children around this man while still being very much in this marriage with their father, or the man that they, at least the daughter's father. I guess there's a question mark with the son. But and let me say something about that just briefly, because they didn't talk about it on this episode. I think they're going to talk more about it on next week's episode. But this whole storyline that's now being built around whether or not Mia's son is G's by G or by Ink. I don't like that. I don't like that. I just feel like children in that capacity should not be a storyline. And they should have just let G have his moment, let him vent. I feel like he was due that. He deserved that. Let him vent it out. Let him say his little stuff. Let that little news run its little cycles and let that shit dry up and go on. But y'all are manufacturing a whole damn storyline off of that. And I don't like that. And it's at the expense of a child. I don't like that, Mia. I'm telling you that right now. I don't like that this baby is being brought into this messy ass shit and being used for a storyline. I don't like it. I just want to go on record saying I don't like it shit. So we get Giselle and Wendy at this lunch. Wendy done came in there with these damn feathers on and this girl, what was you wearing? It just seemed like it was a bit much for a lunch, Wendy. That's all I'm saying. I ain't want to try to tell nobody how to dress though. So whatever. But it just seemed like them feathers was a bit much for a damn lunch in the middle of the day. But anyway, they start there to talk. I feel like their discussion was very surface level. I don't feel like we got into any meat and potatoes. I don't feel like there was enough substance to this conversation. And I feel like we needed substance because so much had happened up until this discussion. I feel like there had so much had transpired between these two. And it did, there were different things that came up over the seasons. Like, and they did show little clips of it. They showed the little clip where Giselle told Wendy, don't touch her. And I don't know that it showed it, but I do remember when the whole thing went on with Wendy and Mia, that Giselle pretty much was saying she didn't see anything wrong with how Mia handled that because she didn't like Wendy. And she literally vocalized that. And then, of course, there's the whole thing with Eddie and Wendy's, Giselle kind of putting that out there like that. And so they didn't go deep with any of that. Pretty much the whole conversation was Giselle told Wendy that, when she's good with people, she's good. But when she isn't, she speaks to people very condescending. She talks very condescending and down to people when she's upset. Wendy's basically telling Giselle that it's unfair to try to police how people respond to things when they are done to them. And Giselle is basically like, I'm not telling you how to respond. I'm just telling you I don't like it. And Wendy tells Giselle she don't like when she alienates people. And Giselle says when she don't like you, she don't want to speak to you. That was literally the conversation, y'all. Now, what? That wasn't enough. And maybe we'll get more through you, but that wasn't enough. And then Giselle sitting up there talking about, this is the best conversation Wendy and I've ever had. I was thinking we would at least get to a better place, but we could be kind of bestie-ish. Bestie-ish? All for this? Girl. The only resolve they came up with is that if they get in the way where they feeling how they feeling, or something upsets them, they gonna talk about it in that moment, and that's that. Girl, y'all could have said that 2-3 seasons ago when y'all was first beefing. This is given that Giselle ain't got Robin. Okay? Giselle ain't got Robin, and Wendy ain't got Candace. And so they both sitting over there going, bitch, we got to get our shit together because neither one of our trusted sidekicks are here any longer. And if we gonna continue to have a show and the show halfway be successful, we can't be beefing. That's what it's giving. It's giving that maybe even production stepped in and said, okay. Like, cause I was like, that's too quick. Wendy, you just gonna forgive her? You just gonna now all of a sudden y'all all right and it's all good and it's water under the bridge after all? She didn't even want you to touch her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? She was trying to link up with the girl last year, Necka, whatever her name is, to try, you know what I'm saying slick shit about your mama and shit, and you just go, girl, it's giving y'all trying to keep y'all shit. That's what it's giving. Cause I ain't for 1 minute believing that y'all just could no. Play with somebody else. Play with y'all kids. Don't play with me. This is for a check. This Wendy and Giselle is for a check because both of their sidekicks is gone. That's what it's giving. All right. Moving on. Giselle also tells Wendy this little messy tea about how Karen said that ink was very short under Mia. What the fuck do that have to do with anything? Like, okay, she must like short. I mean, she must like short niggas. Who? Whatever. Okay. So then we get Karen. I don't know that girl's name. Kay and Karen, and they have a talk, and Kay comes over to Karen's house, and you know she's the girl from last year that got to fighting with the girl that was Ashley's friend, and her and Karen then got to be real close because Karen was the one that kind of rode with her in an ambulance and checked on her after all the commotion and this and that, and so they cool. Karen brings up her birthday thing and finds out that Giselle didn't invite Kay. But we see the clip where when she told Giselle was like, I only have a certain amount of seats at this place. I'll see what I can do. So apparently she wasn't able to fit in shit. Apparently, in order for her to get in, somebody else is going to have to be, I guess, what? So then, but we can tell where this is going. That they're trying to make it seem like there's some shady shit between Giselle and Kay or whatever. Because when Karen brings up the GNA event that Giselle invited all the ladies to it, Karen's birthday thing, that's when she finds out apparently she wasn't really invited. I guess Kay wasn't invited to that either. I guess. Anywho, that's all we got. Then we get Stacy and Ashley. Ashley goes over to Stacy's house. They go on a walk. They talking. Ashley finds out, that Stacy is going through a divorce. But her husband still lives in the house right now. Of course, Ashley looking like, what? Now, Ashley, girl, you ain't got no room to talk. Stop. Pot, meat, motherfucking kettle. Ashley, stop. You can't, no ma'am. You can't say nothing about nobody's situation with they soon to be ex-husband and living arrangements and this and this and that. None of us have forgotten the you and Michael debacle and everything that's still, okay, that is still your storyline, boo. Okay? Let us not forget that is still your storyline. The divorce. We waiting. Okay? Now y'all don't live together no more, I don't think. But shit. You can't say nothing about what this woman got going on, girl. I find it interesting that both of them were talking about the fact that they have biracial children and how they want their children to identify as black or somewhat or I guess own they're black or be aware of their blackness, their black heritage and things like that. Um, but then they say that they pretty much are not around black people like that. Uh, the children gonna be around whoever y'all take them around. So if you want them to know more about their black heritage, maybe take them around their black side of the family more, right? Or at least involve them. If you're not close to the family, then take them around more of your black friends or involve them in more black activities. Or I mean, I just feel like there's probably a simple way to get them familiar with their blackness, ladies. I don't think it's very overly complicated, especially when you have black people in your family. All right. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna move on from that because that kind of pissed me off a little bit. So then we got Karen took her ass over to Giselle house. They talking. Karen, sis, grand dame. Like I said, I'm with you when you're right. Why is your ass out here acting like you didn't drive your goddamn car into a tree? The fuck? Like, you say Giselle messy because on the menu, Giselle had on there a non-alcoholic drink for Karen or whatever. Okay. Okay. That's what happens when you get hit with a DUI and a DWI and all the other I's and then drove your car into a damn tree and things. And so own that shit and just own that shit. Like, Karen, quit acting like that shit didn't happen or trying to put it off like it's everybody's fault but yours. It's like you don't want to own it. And this is where you gonna lose me this damn season, Karen Hoover. Like, you too damn old to be out here not owning up to your bullshit. Own your shit, girl. Damn. Once you own it, people can't continue to use it against you. So just go ahead and be like, you fucked up. Because you was fucked up, apparently. Allegedly. And so just own it. Shit. But they talking. They bring up Kay. I'm saying Kay because I promise y'all I don't know how to say that girl name. And I don't want to be. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it before next week. But right now she Kay. And that's what Karen's calling us anyway. Kay. So okay. But they bring up Kay and Karen tells Giselle how Kay was kind of, off put by the fact that she didn't get invited to the thing. And Giselle was like, I told you, that it was limited seating, blah, blah, blah. And, Giselle's just like, Karen trying to be messy. I think she was trying to be, I think Karen was trying to be messy too. But anyway, then they start talking about the GNA event that Giselle and Ashley are doing now. They've kind of changed their GNA brand or whatever to where it's more around this healthy lifestyle, wellness, things like that. And so they're having this event that's gonna also honor Giselle's dad, who died from a brain tumor. Apparently they found it, and 12 days later he passed away from it. And they're wanting to bring more awareness to that and healthy living and things like that, which I think is an awesome cause. Well, anyway, they're having the event, and that's the event that Giselle invited all the ladies to at Karen's birthday, right? Well, then Karen is like, she has an event that same day where she's being honored at this thing called film powered or what something that is being done to honor her for their area. And so Giselle was like, "Oh, well, what time is that event?" And Karen was like, "Oh, I don't know what time it is, but I'll definitely be at your event too. I think my event is earlier in the day." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she keeps asking her. She asked her again what time her thing was, and Karen was still like, she didn't know. She didn't know. She didn't know. Now Giselle is like, I remember this. She said she had heard about this event from someone else who was gonna be honored like 3 months prior to hearing about it from Karen, and Karen Hooger's name wasn't on the list. And so she's saying that maybe, Karen had, I guess she trying to speculate that Karen reached out to somebody and got her asked to be honored or requested to be honored. Honey, who knows? But basically, she was saying that Karen ass wasn't on there at first and wasn't supposed to be honored. So Giselle's like, maybe somebody else dropped out of the event. I think that's what she was alluding. She was kind of saying, what she said is that someone else that was supposed to be honored wasn't able to be honored. And so Karen is like the fill-in or the backup plan or whatever. Child. Well, anyway, after Karen had said all that about she gonna be there, blah blah blah, the next morning Karen just sent a text out to Giselle and all the other ladies talking about the events is at the same time, and that for the ladies to, if the ladies want to try to make both events, for them to, that there's transportation being, what is it? Transportation that is being offered by Jazzy, which is the other girl in the group. But she was like, we've got these two events scheduled at the same time. I encourage all to support both events if you would like. Transportation is being provided by Jazzy. And it's like, what? Now, keep in mind, these ladies already told Giselle a week ago they was going to her event. Now, here come Karen with this invite the day before, tell them to come to her event. Now, Giselle comments to the text and says, no need for ladies to be running all over town. Please all go to Karen's event. Child. Karen, your ass was wrong as two left shoes. And if anybody's sitting around saying that Karen ass wasn't wrong for that shit, it's because they just don't see it for Giselle. And I get it, because I am surprised at myself, because I don't usually see it for Giselle. However, I see it for right and wrong. And that was just ultimately just wrong to me. Like, Karen, why would you, and that they already done told this girl they coming to her event, why would you do that? And then you gonna sit your ass up there in that damn green on your damn confessional talking about, well, just because our event's on the same day, does that mean I don't get to have ladies come to my event too? Yeah, you can have ladies come to your event too, but if you knew in advance about your damn event, like, how far in advance did you know about your event, Karen? Because you had to already know, and if you knew, why would you wait till the day before to put these ladies in a predicament like that, where they done already RSVP'd to Giselle's event, and now they got to try to figure out if they gonna try to make both events or choose an event or whatever. Like, it was just giving very just distasteful. Like, I just did not like that. Almost like it was a competitive thing. And when it happened, of course, the ladies, most of them ended up going to Karen's event, You got, of course, Ashley and Giselle at their event. Then you had Karen's friend Vivian that showed up there because she had RSV. She had told Giselle she was coming there, so she showed up. That's, to me, that's kind of how it was supposed to go. And then you've got Jacqueline that also showed up there. The other ladies went to Karen's event and they called Jazzy, Mia called Ashley and told Ashley they were going to try to make it to their event between 8 and 8:30. And Ashley's like, y'all need to try to get here by 8 because the event was over at 9. It's just like, y'all is tripping. Of course, Giselle's pissed. Giselle's like, they just don't need to come. I stand on that. Just don't come. Just don't come. Like, just don't come. And I get it. A lot of the ladies done had they tits and shit with Giselle. And so, especially Wendy. I know why Wendy would have stayed more with Karen. Because she, historically, has been closer to Karen. So I get it. But why? I just don't understand why Karen did it that way. The only thing that I can think of is that they're trying to manufacture some drama. They got to manufacture some drama because I feel like the drama ain't going to come from nowhere else because I ain't seen none. Now, granted, we only 2 episodes in, but I ain't seen nothing outside of the bullshit with Mia and the whole son thing. And, you know, the paternity and all of that. And Karen's drunk ass and how that case is going to play out, allegedly. Ain't nobody else doing shit. Wendy ain't got shit going on. Ashley ain't got shit going on. Giselle ain't got shit going on. Like, this new girl, Stacy, ain't got shit going on. From what I can see. Like I said, we only 2 episodes in, but I ain't seen nothing that's made me be like, oh my gosh. So, I just feel like this is a way to just manufacture some drama. I think Karen knew exactly what she was doing. And it was a way to start the little rift between her and Giselle again. So here we go. Her and Giselle finna be shady with each other. And it's going to be some bullshit. But at the end of the day, Karen, your ass is wrong. And that's just what it is. Shit, you wrong as hell. Grandam, London, or whatever. Your ass is wrong. You wrong. And we see the clip, and I feel like on social media we see the full extended clip where Mia, Jazzy, and Stacy show up to Giselle's event at like 8:04 or something like that, and Giselle pretty much puts their ass out, as she should. Cause if I'm the second, listen. If you got to choose between me and somebody else and I end up being the second choice, then go over there and stay right there. Go ahead on. I would have put their ass out too. I don't care. And I don't even see it for Giselle most of the time. Like, she is definitely not. I do not care for Giselle at all. Because I feel like she gets away with murder. And yeah, I didn't like the way she treated Candace. I definitely didn't like the whole shit, that whole storyline with Candace and her husband. Oh, baby, Giselle lost me right then. I don't see it for Giselle. However, for this one instance, I'm like, I would have put the ass out too. Going back over there with the grand dame. Take y'all ass back over there. Don't try to come over here, because that event, her event, should have been the event they went to first. In all fairness, if they were going to try to make both events, carry your ass to the event you RSV and said you was going to initially, which is Giselle's event, and then go to Karen's event after. How the fuck Karen event get put on the damn agenda last minute and all of a sudden takes precedence over this girl's event? That shit ain't right, and Karen know that shit wasn't right. Shit. Now, Karen, don't piss me off too much this season. Now, I rise with you most of the time, but don't piss me off too much this season, Karen, because I didn't like that. But anyway, y'all, that's pretty much it. Shit, y'all, Drop down in these comments and let me know what y'all thought. If y'all watched the episode, tell me what y'all thought. Cause yeah, Karen ass was wrong. Shit. Now if y'all feel like she wasn't, tell me why. Drop down and let me know. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Holla.